morning, students. Hope all of you are fit and fine at your home. After many days, we are again together for the continuous discussion of our subject, that is CS16 Content Management System using WordPress. Lastly, we are discussing about the different types of plugin which are available into the WordPress. We have successfully completed the discussion of first plugin, that is Contact Form 7, and then we have gone through the another plugin that is called as WooCommerce. That means we have downloaded WooCommerce from the official website of WordPress. We have installed WooCommerce into the system. Then we have set up the WooCommerce by following the instruction, that is the setup instructions, and we have created a first store in which we have kept two items for the selling purpose. That is, as you can see onto the screen, I have two items called LED 32-inch and second is microwave oven. Now, after creating the store, we have sell that particular products through the WordPress. That means we have gone through the facility of add to cart, where buyers can purchase the created item. Now, during this procedure, certain sections we have discussed, like first one is add to cart, where we can change the quantity. According to the quantity, it calculates the total amount. Once the total amount is calculated, before the checkout process, buyer can change their purchase by increasing, decreasing, adding, removing item and quantity. Now, once the purchase is final, buyer need to click on checkout. At the time of checkout, WooCommerce asks for the entering buyer's shipping information, that is called as an address of buyer. Once the buyer enters all the necessary information which is asked by the WooCommerce, final order will be placed. Whenever the final order is placed, over the screen of buyer, order ID, shipping address, name of buyer, mobile number of the buyer, email ID of the buyer, etc. information will be displayed. And same, we can say that it's a client side. Now, once all the information is passed from client to admin side, it will be displayed over the WooCommerce, and under the WooCommerce or over the WooCommerce there is an option called order. In that order, entire information will be stored like this. 67 is an order number, 17 is an order number. These are the mail IDs of the buyer who has given the order on a particular date for the particular amount, etc. Detail will be displayed over here with the action button, where it provides two different types of action, where action number 1 is for the approval of the order and action number 2 is just to view the detail of order. Now, into the view section, administrator or admin side can see the buyer's information who has purchased the product from WooCommerce store that we have created. where the company owner gets the information about the buyer name, the email ID, mobile number, and the address where the product is to be delivered. If everything is correct, perfect, even in this section, a preferred payment method which is selected by the user buyer can also be visible to the owner of the store that is created. If everything is correct, then the owner approves the order which came from the client side, which automatically displays as a completed order. That means from the warehouse, now that particular product need to be shipped to the particular buyer's address. So all this information, or we can say the transaction, we have monitored into the previous lectures with creation of coupon and applying the coupon on the transaction at the time of checkout. So all these thing we have done into the previous lecture. Now we are continuing the discussion where, say for example, right now the store which I have created from the admin side, or you can say from the company side, where they are dealing with the two different products that is LED 32-inch TV and microwave oven. Multiple products can be created over here, but for the demo I have created only the two products. Now in future, say for example, this 32-inch TV is out of stock. Now company don't want to deal with the this 32-inch LED TV. Then what to do? Right now it shows that it in a stock. That means buyer can purchase this particular product from the WooCommerce, or you can say the store that we have created. But after some time that stock might get completed and seller need to give a message that this product is out of stock. So for that what we have to do, just select that particular product and click on edit. That product will be browsed onto the screen, and over there you can see the hyperlink of that particular product. Let's click that hyperlink and open the product. Whenever that product successfully open onto the screen, it will take few seconds to get open over the screen. So wait till it gets open. There it is. The product is open onto the screen, where suppose I am pressing add to cart. Then the purchase will be continued for the another process. That means there is an option of view cart, and from view cart we can process for the checkout also. Now what we want to do is, let me first delete the product. So this is the way to delete the product from the purchased transaction, and I am returning to the shop. There are two products which is deal with the shop, that is LED 32-inch TV and microwave oven, as you can see onto the screen. Now into the product, as I have instructed you, I have selected 32-inch LED TV and I have pressed on edit button. Now just scroll down. Here you will get few options like general, inventory, shipping, link products, attributes and advance. Now from all these options, just select inventory. In inventory, it contains 4 sections like SKU, it's a text box, manage stock, it's a checkbox, stock status, it's a drop down which contains the two value, that is in stock and out of stock, and last one is sold individually, it is again a check mark. Now every of these option have their own functionality. Say for example, suppose I am selecting this stock status and I am changing from in stock to out stock. That means I have changed the status of stock from in stock to out stock, and I am updating this particular product. Now as the updation gets completed, whenever we visit a product page where there is a listing of all the products, lastly it shows two items, that is LED 32-inch TV and microwave oven, but both are in stock. Right now, as I have changed the status of this particular product as a out of stock into the listing of the product, it shows this particular product is out of stock. Now whenever this is up to this, it's okay, it's just a status that this product is not available to get sell from the company side. Now what happens over the client side? This whatever I have displayed onto the screen, it's on admin side. The effect of the same is on client side is like this. Suppose I am just refreshing the shop side page, then what it displays? Here it displays a one button which is called as read more. There are two different buttons. One is add to cart, another is read more. Now what comes under the read more? Suppose I am clicking on this read more. Then if the user try to purchase this product, it shows a one message onto the screen that particular product is out of stock. You cannot process for adding into the cart. Let me show you again. What I am doing is I am going into the product. I am selecting the product. I am pressing the button called edit. Once the page gets open, I am just scrolling down the page and selecting the option called inventory. And in inventory there is one option called a stock status. In stock status, I am selecting the first option which is called as in stock. Then I am updating the product. Once the product get updated, I am clicking on the listing page of product. That means I am opening the page of product. It will take some time, so be patient. Now as you can see that there are two products, both are in stock. That means stock is available. Now what I want to do is I am just opening the shop. That means I am opening over the client side. Here you can see the two buttons, that is a button of add to cart. Any of the product here you can purchase. Now again I am rollbacking the entire transaction. That means into the product I am selecting any of the product and pressing the edit button. Into the inventory I am selecting the stock status, and I am assigning the stock status as out of stock and updating the store. Once the updation gets completed, over the shop side you will see the procedure like this. Still there is an editing not completed on admin side. Let's wait for the few seconds. Yes, it's completed now. I'm just refreshing the page over here. Just look at to this particular command button. Here there is an add to cart button. It's still there because this product is in stock, and microwave oven is out of stock. So into the read more, it displays the message that out of stock. So this is the procedure which has been handled by admin side for displaying a particular product over the client side, which shows that the product is in stock or out of stock. I hope all of you have understand that how to handle WooCommerce plugin for assigning the stock inventory for the desired product. Let's continue with another topic. Now, in inventory, there is an option called SKU. SKU means it's a stock quantity unit. Means, say for example, suppose you want to manage our WooCommerce plugin automatically the stock, say for example, into the warehouse of the company, total 10 LED TV has been purchased from the company and kept for the selling purpose. As the order comes from the buyer, one by one, LED 32-inch TV gets sold and the quantity will be deducted from the total quantity, which is called as manage stock. Once the quantity becomes zero, the entire product gets automatically into the out of stock format, and whenever the client wishes to purchase the same quantity, same product, but the quantity is zero, it shows the product is out of stock. That is called as managing the stock automatically by the WooCommerce plugin. So we are going to see how this is possible. Whatever we have seen just before the 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago, it's a manual handling of the stock. Now we are going for the automatic handling of the stock, which is to be done by WordPress plugin itself. So what I am doing is I am just clicking on the manage stock. Every other option gets out from the form that you can see onto the screen. Here you will find the three different options. One is stock quantity. Right now it is 0. Say for example, I am assigning as a, right now it is a 3. Allow back order. Suppose I am allowing it. Then stock status, that is suppose I am allowing, that is I am selecting in stock, and then I am selecting the last option that is called as sold individually, and I am updating the product. All these things I have done on this LED 32-inch television. Sorry for the interruption. Now the updation is done, completed over here. Now I'm just opening the shop over here. Once the shop is open, I'm selecting add to cart. Just remember that I have kept this LED TV as a 3 quantity. I'm going into the view cart. As I have selected individual quantities selling, that means by default it will display a single quantity at the time of selling the product. Now what I am doing is I'm just going into the inventory. I am removing the last checkbox sold individually and I am updating the system. Once the system gets updated successfully, I am refreshing the shop side. Once the page gets refreshed, it will be displayed two different products of the company. I am again selecting add to cart and going into the view cart facility. Here we can select the multiple quantities. Because I have deselected the individual quantity selection from the inventory which is available over the stock, over the product. Now say for example, here I am selecting the quantity called 5. Then automatically billed amount will be displayed over here by calculating the price and the quantity. Then I am changing the option of allow back orders to do not allow the back orders, and I am updating the system. Once the system get updated successfully, just go back to the shop side. Refresh the page of shop side. Select add to cart. Click on view cart. Try to select more than the assigned quantity, it will not allow. As you can see, into the inventory, I have assigned a stock quantity as a 3 for this LED TV. So whenever the user wish to purchase more than 3 quantity, it will be not allowed over here. That is the purpose of product, edit, inventory, it allows only to purchase 3 quantity over here. Let's revise the entire procedure once again. What I have done, first of all, over the listing of WordPress, I have selected the created product which should be into the stock. Just remember that. So whatever the product is in stock, I have edited that particular product. Once the edit page is opened, there is an option of inventory. Inside the inventory, I have clicked on manage stock. Once the manage stock is done, I have assigned the stock quantity, that is 3. Then I have disallowed the back orders because I don't want to sell this particular items more than these 3. What is the purpose of back order? Say for example, company wish to take an order, but the product is not available into the warehouse of the company. As soon as the product is received into the warehouse of the company, it will be delivered to the buyers. But suppose company don't want to do this, then we need to select back order as a do not allow. Then there is an option stock status, that is in stock. I have not selected sold individually. Then I have updated the system. After that, I have opened the shop over the client side by just refreshing the page. Once the page gets refreshed successfully, you will see the 2 different products which is created by the company side, where I have pressed on add to cart, then view cart, and into the view cart there is an selection of quantity. I am just increasing the quantity 1, then 2, then 3, then suppose I want to increase 4, 5, it will not allow because the company has put the maximum quantity stock is 3. So up to the 3, user can purchase the similar item, then automatically system will not allow to accept more than the 3 quantity. So this is the procedure for handling the products and its stock. I hope the entire transaction is clear, that how to set a product store in WooCommerce plugin which is provided by WordPress. Let's continue the discussion for another topic. This is topic number 3 in today's lecture. The first topic that we have completed is putting a particular product in stock and out of stock. Topic number 2 is assigning the manual stock as well as assigning the automatic stock. Now the topic number 3 which we are going to perform is assigning a particular product into the category. That means whenever we click on product, currently there is no category given to the product, right? So I am just creating a one category by this option called category. Then I am giving the category name called LED TV. This is my category number 1. I'm just creating this particular category, nothing else I am giving over here. The category is created over here. You can give a short name of that particular category, even you can give the image thumbnail of that particular category, you can give the description of that category, but just right now for the learning purpose I have given only the name of category. Same like that, I am creating another category called oven. These two categories has been created. Now I'm just browsing the products. Editing the product. On right hand side there is a product category list. On that product category list, whatever the category that we have created will be displayed over there. For this TV, I am selecting LED TV and updating the system. Once the updation is done, just click onto the listing of product. Once the product gets updated, here you can see the name of category, that is LED TV. I am just updating this microwave oven also. I'm just pressing on edit. Into the category section, I am selecting oven and updating the system. Once the system gets updated successfully, over the listing into the product section, both the products get bifurcated into the two different categories. One category is LED TV and another category is oven. So let's see the same works or not. Yes, it works. You can see that there are two categories has been displayed over here. This TV is in LED TV category and this oven is into the category of oven. Now what is the purpose of putting the category over here? Just to put a products onto the single location and bifurcating the different products into the different category for the display purpose. That means whenever the client, a buyer selects LED TV, it will only display the LED TV instead of displaying the microwave oven. And whenever the user select the oven, it only display the oven. It will not display the products of category called LED TV. So that is the purpose of assigning the categories. Now, as you can see that day by day we are discussing about all the options which is there into the listing of entire products comes into the WooCommerce plugin. Now it's time to go for the another option that is called as tag, that we will discuss in next lecture. So I hope all of you have the idea about how to handle the WooCommerce for three different purposes, that is for assigning the category, for managing the stock manually as well as managing the stock automatically. Third, how to sort the item individually. Fourth, how to restrict the user for not purchasing the excessive quantity which has been assigned by the company. All these topics we have covered in this short lecture. Now it's time to go for the practical that you have to done at your home. So just note down the practical which I am typing over here. Write down the steps to handle WooCommerce and its product for following transactions. Number 1, manage manual quantity. Second, manage automatic quantity. Third, manage in stock, manage out of stock. Fifth is assign category. That means create category first. Sorry for this. First we need to create the category. So create category and assign the product in category. So students, you have to perform all these 5 practicals at your home, and you need to maintain the journal for the same. Just write down the practical steps that I have conveyed to all of you, and once it is done from your side, just mention into the journal that you are managing. Thank you very much for listening me, and have a nice day.